I'm Rabab Zehra from TECHxMedia. We are at GITEX Global 2023. As a guest, I have with me right now is Omar Akar. He is Regional Vice President of Middle East and Emerging Africa at Pure Storage. We will get into a conversation with Omar and get to know more about some recent announcements Pure Storage had. So let's welcome Omar on TECHxMedia.
Thank you very much, Rabab, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us. So, Umar, we have seen Pure transition from just hardware to now offering one of the industry's leading, you can say, as a service offerings. Can you please elaborate on the value proposition of your Evergreen portfolio and its various subscription models?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first of all, it's important to highlight that we're witnessing a very important transition into an SLA-driven infrastructure for many reasons. Because SLA-driven infrastructure brings a lot of simplicity to the day two operation, and it improves on the SLAs that the customers are trying to achieve. Basically, it increases the agility of IT as we move forward. In Pure, we've been offering an as-a-service model for many years now. And the introduction of Evergreen portfolio is basically to help customers move into an SLA-driven infrastructure moving forward. What you typically buy is, instead of buying hardware, you're basically buying a subscription and you're buying an SLA. And those SLA commitments span multiple important areas, one of which is, of course, the performance, the availability, the data protection against different types of issues and disasters, and even an SLA commitment around sustainability, giving the customers the ability to meet their sustainability goals moving forward, especially that we've seen a lot of emphasis on sustainability in UAE and the whole Gulf region. So the Evergreen portfolio is an SLA-driven infrastructure that we offer to our customers, which basically enables them to buy an SLA commitment, and Pure will ensure that the customers will basically achieve the target SLA spanning all the different areas that I've explained before. A very important aspect to note about Pure is that we have built our architecture around the model and not the other way around. So when we've designed the architecture of Pure, we've built it that is stateless, decoupled. We do everything in software so that we can simplify the deployment of infrastructure and to simplify the deployment of an SLA-driven infrastructure moving forward.
Omar, when you look across the region, are there any specific types of customers or verticals where you see storage as a service being particularly relevant to your proposition?
So first of all, the SLA-driven infrastructure is very similar to a cloud operating model that customers will deploy on-prem, right? And when we look at the Gulf region, UAE, Saudi Arabia, all the key countries in the Gulf region, there's a lot of emphasis on cloud operating model to increase the agility, streamline investments moving forward, and meet the target SLAs set by different industries. We've seen that very popular in, for example, the government sector. There's a lot of cloud-first policy and the move into OpEx models and into SLA-driven infrastructure, whether on-prem or spanning a hyperscaler cloud. We've seen that in the cloud service provider as an industry, because cloud service providers, they do offer infrastructure as a service and platform as a service capabilities to their customers. So it has become very popular, especially for those cloud service providers that are available in the region and are offering national sovereign cloud to customers. We've started to see this picking up in the banking sector. Now there are plenty of regulatory requirements around that, but we've witnessed lately a lot of flexibility in the banking industry and in the regulatory requirements. A lot of banks have started to adopt an SLA-driven infrastructure and a cloud operating model everywhere. So honestly, in my opinion, the demand is increasing exponentially with time. We've started to see that across various industries spanning the entire enterprise market segment.
That's interesting. So wrapping up the conversation, one last question from my side. The recent announcement from Pure Storage was its Evergreen portfolio. Can you tell us more about it and its benefits to the customers?
Yes, definitely. So within the Evergreen portfolio, we have the Evergreen one, which is what we've discussed before. It is an SLA-driven infrastructure. Customers buy SLAs from Pure. Pure guarantees those SLAs to the customer. And there is another type, which is the Evergreen Flex. Evergreen Flex combines the benefits of a consumption model while giving the customer the ability to own asset, which is very popular in the government sector, for example, where asset ownership, or the banking sector, where asset ownership is important for those customers. And the good thing about it is when we've launched the Evergreen one, we've started by giving commitments, SLA commitments around performance and availability. And then lately we've added the data protection in general. So protection against cyber has become an integral part of the SLA-driven infrastructure that we provide, especially with the rise of cyber attacks nowadays. So we help our customers, we guarantee to our customers recoverability from a cyber attack from within a certain time frame. Lately, we've added another additional capability around resiliency as part of the Pure Protect portfolio, giving customers the ability not only to procure infrastructure as a service on-prem, but to have a DR as a service capability in order to help them meet their business continuity requirements and strategy moving forward. And another important aspect, we've always given customers SLA commitments around sustainability and power consumption. We've always told customers that this is how much power per terabyte we're going to consume. What we've added now is we've taken this one step further to the extent that now we tell our customers, when you deploy the SLA-driven infrastructure, we're going to pay the electricity bill and the rack space that we consume. So we want customers to have the full cloud experience on-prem. It's not only about having full automation and infrastructure as a service and SLA commitment, but we're going to the extent of paying the electricity bill and the rack space that we consume by deploying our infrastructure on-prem.
Thank you so much, Omar, for sharing all the valuable information with us. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to TECHx to know more about what is happening in GITEX technology being developed.